Hello. Thanks. That's the first thing I want to say is thank you. You've been asking about the videos. You've been asking how we've been doing. We're doing well. Still on my journey. I appreciate you joining me. I want to touch base real quick on February. So what happened in February? I mentioned it a few videos ago, and so let me get into some detail with that. In February, Bridget and I and the boys, we went down to Kansas City to visit some very close family for us. And when we were there, we spent the weekend. Then we went to church on Sunday. Now they have two services, and I bring it up for a reason. They got the 9 o'clock, and I think the second one is at 11 o'clock. But the 9 o'clock service, we all go, families involved, and it's very powerful. The worship is extremely powerful. You can feel the Holy Spirit is there. And so to kind of get in, you end up getting into it. And I got into it very deep. And I started having a conversation. I started speaking to God. And I started asking questions. He started answering me back. It was very deep. But one of the things that he did is he challenged me. And the way I explain it is that he had come into my warehouse and he had taken inventory. Now, he didn't see that anything was stolen, I was taking anything, but he certainly didn't see that his coffers were full. He had taken inventory in the things that I had done, the things that I was doing, the things that I haven't done, the things that I haven't been doing. And it was a very, very challenging hour and a half because I spent the entire time, the entire first service in that chair in my seat. And then I spent the entire break. And then I spent the first half of the second service. A whole new set of people came in. And I was still in my seat. And I was going back and forth. And I felt kind of like Lieutenant Dan in the hurricane when he was fighting with God. And what had happened was at the end of it, I came out cleansed. I came out lighter because I had worked it out. Now, when I had come out, the family was there, my family was there, and the oldest gal, Carissa, she asked me, she goes, "So, are you moving to Kansas City?" Because they knew where I was at. They knew that I had been working with God. They knew I was at mentally, okay? And so they'd ask, I said, "No, Mija, that's not what he had told me." But then I look at Bridget, and I tell her, I said, "I will tell you, he told me that TA is not in the future." Now that was a big deal. And the reason why it was a big deal is because when I go to work for somebody, I take ownership of that. I go in as if I own a piece of the wood. Okay, I have responsibility, I have the accountability. I work hard for that. And at that stage, I was looking to be there another 25 years. That's where my mind was. And so this happens. And then I tell Bridget, I said, "It's not in the future." She was taken aback, a little bit back by that. And because they knew where I was at. So then the position gets eliminated here at the end of June. Or I'm sorry, the end of July. And I go and I explained how I was telling you that I threw up on the whiteboard. How I put all my thoughts on that whiteboard. And I did some reflection and I realized that in February, I was done. It just took me 5 months to get to that point where it was actually done. I didn't stop giving 110%, but I understood. I understood why it ended. And having that understanding has allowed me to have this transition and for this transition to be so easy and so relieving. Okay, I had been asked, "Well, aren't you going to look for another position there, or is there any other openings there?" And I think, why would I fight that? Why would I go back there, or why would I try something like that if the plan was already something else? And that encounter, that time that I had in February, where our inventory was being taken, and paying attention and recognizing it for what it was in July has been impactful. And that's where this transition, and that's where this faith, and that's where this confidence in going forward is there. That's what I want to share with you. That's what was so impactful in February. Again, I appreciate the time. I appreciate you holding your end of the bargain, and I'm going to continue to hold mine. Love you.